Hello, it's Dave Dunn and welcome to this Fast Member Site Starter Quick Start training. So what we're going to start with here is basically a membership site plan that we've created using a software called Funnelytics, and you can check out the link below this video. But basically this is going to give us a guide. I'm going to run through this quite quickly, but this will give us a guide for what we're going to be creating with this Quick Start series. So there's going to be the members area. There's going to be some free content, there's going to be some paid content, then there's going to be some products, the free product, the monthly paid products and the yearly paid product, and then there will be an upsell, which is basically the free members are taken to an upsell, which is the paid members, the yearly product. And again, the monthly paid members will be taken to the yearly paid members for a discount. Okay, and then there's a site homepage, and then there's a sales page. And then there's some extra elements here, which is basically the affiliate program, the video content, the downloadable content, and the email reminders. So you can see all these different elements are kind of put together into a membership site. And this is what we're going to run through in this Quick Start video training and the Site Starter series, where it's kind of broken down into more detailed steps. So we're here on our example site, and basically it's an empty WordPress site. It's got the WordPress 2020 theme, and there's pretty much nothing inside the site. So we're just going to go into the dashboard, and you can see there's no plugins and there's no theme. So what we're going to do first is we're going to go and add a new plugin. That's going to be the fastflow dashboard. So we want to just search for fastflow in WordPress plugins page and install this and activate it. Okay, so from here we're going to install all the other plugins. So fastflow is going to appear in the side under the dashboard here, and then there's another section for fast tags, which we'll cover in more detail later. But if we go into the license, and you should have a license key, so you want to enter that in the box and activate it, and then once that's activated, you'll see all your add-ons that you have available. They'll all appear here. So we want to install Fast Member, and I'm going to use Stripe as well, so activate that. I'm going to use this Stripe add-on. Activate that, and then I'm probably going to use one of these autoresponders. So on the free tab, we have some autoresponders that we can install. So I may decide later which one to install. I'll install ConvertKit for now, and install Amazon for the protected files. And if you're using ClickFunnels, you can install the add-on there. And there's a recommended page here, so I'll cover these in more detailed tutorials later, but basically I want to use the mailing post SMTP to give us a mailing log so that we can integrate with SendGrid. So I'll just install that quickly. I'll come back to the rest of these later because they're not kind of important in this stage. You can explore these at another time anyway. So we're going to go basically back to the dashboard, and you should see all the plugins. So Fast Members installed, and then the Post SMTP plugins being installed. There's another detailed video for setting that up, but so I'm not going to cover that now. What we're going to do is go into Fast Member and set up the settings. So let's go there. Okay, so we're on the Fast Member settings page, and basically when I come into the mailing settings and just set the sender email, so this makes sure that the email address on your site is not the one that you set the site up with. So for example, if you set your site up with a Gmail address, then obviously you don't want your notifications coming from that address. So you want to kind of put a support at or info at, and then you want to choose a mailing method. Because I'm using the Post SMTP, I'm going to use a WordPress mailer. The affiliate settings, we just leave that as default. ClickBank, we don't need to worry about the minute. And the currency, that's all set. So we just need to basically just save those settings. So now we've added the mailing settings. When we create the products, there's going to be the email address that each product comes from. So that's now set. So let's go into the Quick Start wizard. Right, so if you remember, we've got our map. And so we want to basically create a free membership product and then 2 subscription products here. And we want to have these free content pages and then 12 paid content pages. So what we're going to do is go back and set these products up. So we're going to create a membership site. We can have multiple products. These are paid individual fixed price products, or we can have a membership site which are subscription products. We can change these anytime afterwards. So let's just do this. So that's free product, 0 price. Yeah. So we can change that later. And that's going to be 3 content pages. And then we want the monthly product. And that was going to be $20 every month. And then the yearly. That's going to be $200 a year, say. Okay, so we'll have 12 pages for that. And we'll leave that at 1 because we're going to add these yearly pages, the pages from the monthly product to the yearly product. So I'll show you how we do that shortly. And then we got the sales pages and the thank you pages. We're going to have a separate sales pages and 1 single thank you page. And basically we can adjust these settings afterwards. But basically the sales page is where they're going to buy the product. It's going to add the payment button. Thank you page is where they're taken to after they've purchased the product. So if we want to do an upsell, we want to change the thank you page to be the sales page of the next product. I'll show you how we do that. Affiliate system, we'll just switch that to regular. And then payment details, we're going to use the PayPal Smart. So I've already added in the PayPal Smart in the settings in the fastflow dashboard. I'll just show you those quickly. So those have already been added in. So all we need to do is select that. So there's a detailed video on how to do that inside the site starter training. Coupons we can enable if you want a discount. We'll leave that off for now. And we're just going to create the products and pages. And you can see the Quick Start has given us a checklist. We've got the products here, then the content pages, and then the sales and signups pages, thank you page, the affiliates pages, and then some more information. So what we're going to do is check this free product. And if you remember, we put a 0 price in there. So we want to just change that to become actually a free product. So just set that to be free and never expire it. And we can auto log in after registration or send an email to verify. So if we set the email to verify, basically that's going to give us an option on the email notifications that a confirmation message will be sent to the users before they actually get added to your site. So this is the contents of the message, and there's a confirm link, and that's pretty much there. You can adjust that as you need. There's some other messages in here that you can adjust, but you can see that our support email was added. The sender name is added. This is the login message that your members will receive when they sign up. You can add your content in there. So we're just going to go back into the main details, just make sure everything's right. So the sign up page, you can preview that here. What's been added is basically a registration form. So we've got a form here, and then we can adjust the fields on this form as we need. So that's using a shortcode. So what we're going to do is just save that first product, the free product. And what you saw here is basically we're using the default WordPress 2020 theme, and all the pages that were added are appearing here. But the pages that were protected as part of the membership won't appear here until the user is added to a product. So I'm going to show you that quickly. If we go to members and affiliates, I'm going to add the admin user. So this is going to be useful for testing. So let's just choose the monthly product. And then I'm going to search for my admin. So Dave. Let's see, where's Dave gone? And then basically just add that user. And then once we refresh this page, you're going to see all those pages appearing in this menu. And there's a detailed tutorial on how to tidy this all up, but basically we can tidy this menu structure up using the WordPress page, WordPress post system and the post orders, so it doesn't stay as messy as that looks. As I said, there's a detailed tutorial on that inside the Site Starter series. So what I'm going to do is actually change this theme. So this is a 2020 theme. It's probably not the best theme for a membership site, so we're just going to come back into the WordPress dashboard. And we're going to go to themes. And we're going to add new. I'm going to search for Astra. So Astra is one of the best free themes around. There's a pro version, but for this purpose you don't really need that. So we're just going to install the free one. Just make sure that's activated. And then we'll see the difference once we visit the site now. So if we refresh this page, you can see we've got about at the top. Obviously, if all these items weren't in that menu, this would look a lot neater. And then we've got the block here for content and a sidebar. So this is a bit more conducive for a membership site layout. So if we visit one of these pages that was protected earlier, so let's have a look at the monthly page. Yeah, so you can see, put your content here, but if we visit this page as someone that is not a member, so we're going to visit in a private window. This says members only content. And you can see the navigation has changed back to not display the pages that are part of that product. So what we can do actually is go into the product settings. And if we look at the products list, and if we go into the monthly product, we can choose if we want the members to be actually shown that message. So if you remember here, members only content, or whether we want to actually redirect them. So we could redirect them to the sales page, update that product. And then if we try visit that page again as a non-member, we're immediately redirected to the sales page. And you can see the sales page here. FastMember set up the sales page for you, and it's added a payment button for PayPal using the smart buttons, so that if your site visitor clicks on that button, the PayPal popover will appear. And it's in sandbox mode at the minute, but basically they're going to be, they won't leave your site. They'll be staying on your site, they'll check out, and then they'll be returned and they'll be taken to the thank you page in the product. So if we go into the product again, so you can see that's the sales page for the monthly product, and then there's a thank you page. So if we wanted to have an upsell, what we'd do is basically set the thank you page to be the sales page of the next product. So we've got the sales page for the yearly product here. So that once they've purchased that monthly product, we could take them to a page offering them a discount on the yearly product as an upsell. And again, they'd just check out pressing the PayPal button. So what would happen if we wanted to use Stripe? We could actually have them offer them a one-click upsell using the Stripe add-on, and I'll show you that shortly, but let's just make sure we've got the rest of this set up. So that basically we've got the affiliate system, autoresponder integration. So if we want to choose ConvertKit, we installed the add-on. Basically I've added in the API details so that any forms that are already created on ConvertKit will appear in this drop down. And then if we go into integrations here, there's actually an option for tags. So I've already added some tags to the site, but if we add a tag, so these are the fast tags here. So the fast tags, so you got a number of tags that you can add. You can just add tags here, any tags you want. And basically these tags will appear in the fast tags integration, and once you sync your users, they sign up to ConvertKit, They get added to ConvertKit after they purchase a product, and then the integration will also tag them in FastMember, which will sync that tag to ConvertKit or whichever other autoresponder system you're using. Then we can sync the tags within ConvertKit with your site members, and I'll show you in more detail what we can actually do with those tags later. So for now, we just want to make sure that you set that up. And then this is a hidden content message. If you're using shortcodes to protect content, this will be there shown to your members who don't have access to that content. Email notifications, I should quickly show you that earlier, but that's pretty much straightforward. And then the integrations, there's the fast tags. If you're using ClickBank, you can add in your details here, the ClickBank vendor, the product ID, and again JVZoo or Warrior Plus. Now if you're going to use ClickFunnels, this will appear here, so I'm going to quickly show you. If we come into add-ons and we go to the free, and you want to use ClickFunnels, just install the add-on and then come back to the product and back to integrations, and ClickFunnels integration now appears. So basically you need to watch the full ClickFunnels tutorial, but you need to add this ClickFunnels URL and then add in the product ID for ClickFunnels, and that will sync up with any purchases on your FastMember site. So what we could do is actually do a test purchase, yeah? So this sales page monthly, we want to check out, purchase this product. So we'll enter our sandbox details. And we can do the test purchase. Let's just get rid of that. So just do that test purchase, agree. See the success notification, and then you can see we're redirected to the next page in the sales sequence. Now I didn't set the thank you page to be anything else, but we could have added an upsell on this page. But if we go back into FastMember, if we go to transactions, you'll see the transactions here. It's in test mode at the minute, but you'll see the user was added. And if we click on the member name, we're actually taken to the members affiliates area, and you can see that that member's here. It shows the registration date, the expiry date, when that subscription expires. So if a new subscription payment isn't received by this date, then they will stop getting access to the site until they make another payment. And then it tells you when the last login was. And we can, if we wanted to manually add that member, we just search for them and add them to a new product. So support, here we are, and we could add them to a new product. Or we can manually add new members just below that, so we just select the product. And then we can just select, we can just add in our options for a new member that you want to add to the site without them having actually purchased anything. Up here there's import and export as well, so you can import and export CSVs of the site members, import CSV, add them to a product, or export CSV so you can use them in another system. If we look at the pages that were created as well, so if we look at all the pages, so we've got the affiliate access, affiliate center, the free pages, the members home, members login. So let's quickly look at the members login page. So this is where members will log in, and what's been added to this page is basically a shortcode. And if the members logged in, they won't see the login form, but if we edit the page, you can see it's been added inside the classic block in the Gutenberg editor, and it's basically just a short code, and then there's a bit of content here that you can remove. but the shortcode is there, and the shortcodes are all accessed from these buttons. So there's an orange button and a green button. The orange button is for the fast member content, and then there's the affiliate content. So if I just remove that shortcode, click the orange button, and then you can choose a login form. And you can log them in for specific products, or you can just leave it to default for everything. So basically, after they've logged in, they'll be taken to the members homepage. So if you go back into your product settings, there's a homepage setting here, and that's set to members home. When you run the Quick Start Wizard, it creates a members homepage and it shares them between all the products. If you want to have individual members homepages, then you can basically choose a product on the login form that they'll be taken to, and they'll be logged in to that members homepage for that product. But for now, you probably don't need to worry about that. What I'm going to show you is the login page when the member's not logged in. So let's just update that. We copy that link and go in a private browser. We just visit that site. So you can see the login forms there. And as I said, if we set the members homepage for a product and we wanted them to land on a specific page after the login, we can set that here and then set that on the shortcode. So if we come back into our list of pages and we can look at one of the protected pages. So if we look at monthly page 1, and you can see the content that was added. This is just placeholder content for you to remove. So if we look up here, we'll see the permalink that was created. So monthly page 1, you may want to change that for your products or just leave it. What we can do, what you want to check down here is the protected content. Yes, so this has been added to the monthly product. Now we want the yearly product to also have access to this page. So we're going to check that box here. And then there's a drip option here. So page 1, we may want to be available on the first day of the access. Yeah, and then there's the option here to hide this page from menus. We can leave that off for now. I'll show you how that works shortly. I'm just going to update that. And basically what this has done is set the same setting that's in the protected content. So if we come into the monthly product, and you can see all the pages that were added to that monthly product. And then if we go into the yearly product, and you can see only the monthly page that I've just added has been added to the yearly product. So if I want the rest of the monthly pages to be available, I can either select them all and add them, or we can add them one at a time and then set a drip day. So that could be day 30 for the next month. That could be day 60. That could be day 90. And you can carry on adding them as you need. So basically each of these pieces of content will be dripped out as each month passes, so that your members that are on paying monthly or yearly will get access to the content ongoing and not have it all at once. So if I just save those changes, we can do the same thing with posts, and then protected files. We create basically a download folder on your website, and any files that are added to that folder will appear here, and then we can add them in the same way. We can drip feed them, setting the drip day. And you'll notice by each product name, each file name, there's going to be a little drip number that tells you what day it's going to be available. And then on the protected remote files, this is where we actually paste in a list of URLs. So if you've added files to Amazon S3 and we install the Amazon plugin, put in your access keys, then you can paste all the files in here. They'll be available here, and then basically you select them and add them to the product, and they'll become available for that product, and they'll be protected on Amazon and accessible through FastMember through protected links. So there's a more detailed tutorial showing you how to set all this up inside the Site Starter training. So if we come back to our pages, I'm going to quickly show you the affiliate access and the affiliate center. So if I look at the affiliate access, basically there's some content that's added. There was a login form. You won't see that if you're logged in, but then there's a registration form as well. If the affiliate registers, they'll be sent an email, which is basically inside the Fast Member settings. So we just come down into settings. So when the affiliate registers, they'll be sent this email that gives them access. And then once they log in, they'll be taken to the affiliate center page. And this will give them obviously you need to edit the content here, but this gives them the affiliate URLs that they need to copy and use. And then there's going to be tables for stats. So if I just copy this URL and we click on it, and in a private browser session, we just visit that URL. You see, it's taken us to the sign up page. But if I now refresh this page, you see there's a click that's been registered for that particular URL. And then obviously there's conversions. If a sale is made, there's going to be a conversion in here. Once an affiliate makes a certain amount of sales, a form will appear here, letting them make a withdrawal request. And then there's going to be a certain percentage that can be held back. So if you remember in the settings, there's a withdrawal holding amount and a withdrawal amount. So we can keep back a certain percentage for refunds, etc. And then there's a minimum amount that they can actually have to have in their balance before they can actually make a withdrawal. So this kind of protects you for refunds or affiliates that are maybe not sending the right kind of traffic and people are refunding. And so if we go back into our pages again, and we can look at the sign up page. So we can see the sign up page that was created for the free product. And if we edit that, again, it's added in the classic editor. We can remove the placeholder text. And we're just left with a shortcode, and that gives us the registration form shortcode. Now we may want to edit that form, because if you remember, we viewed the page and there's quite a lot of fields on the form. You may not want all those fields, so we can actually just edit that using the shortcode. And then we can come into the shortcode for the sign up form. And you'll see some options. So we can add terms for GDPR. We can hide the extra fields that you don't want. So you may want to just have the username hidden, first name visible, password hidden, so that one's automatically generated. And then a custom button text. And then we can just insert that. And you'll see a different shortcode appearing if you update that page. And refresh. You can now see the sign up form is a lot simpler, and if the user fills that out, they'll be sent basically the confirmation email that was set in the free product, and then once they click that confirmation link, they'll be sent the login details that have been generated for them. So I've gone through this quite quickly. I installed the Fast Stripe add-on as well, but I'm going to show you that it's separately in another video inside the Site Starter training. So this should give you a good overview of how Fast Member works, how all the pieces kind of fit together. I know I moved very fast through this quick start video, but it's basically giving you a good grounding point to get started with your own site. And then as you need to dive in, you can go through the Site Starter tutorials and see a bit more detail on each of these steps. So I will see you inside the Site Starter training.